What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
What's going on?
Sorry, technical difficulties with the computer.
Oh no.
That's what you get when you buy cheap Walmart stuff. But that's okay. So, everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight we have GRINDHOUSE Toys joining us. If you would, go ahead and introduce yourself and let the people know who you are.
Hello, everyone. I am Chris. I am GRINDHOUSE Toys. That is me. I am a toy maker, really just a guy who likes to play with action figures and now making action figures. And I've got a new toy line called World War Hell coming. And I like toys a lot. So it's going to be fun talking some toys tonight with you guys.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And your line looks absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
I've seen it at a few conventions. And I've been like searching your Instagram page and your homepage, and I'm really looking forward to when your Kickstarter like finally gets on it, because I'm definitely throwing in on that one, because you have your Spectre figure that you have coming. Is that part of that first wave? Oh,
Yep,
done, sold.
Awesome. I had to get him up in the front. I had to have him up there. Just he's one of the first 5 right now, tentatively 5. We only have less than 2 weeks, but some of the stuff's still changing a little bit. last minute preparations and all that fun stuff. But yeah, Spectre's definitely in that initial wave.
And what's the
decapitators?
Oh, those guys.
Yeah, those guys are fun. They're the terrible little hell beasts, and it's funny. Decapitators is kind of a long name, but like they literally rip your head off. So I thought it'd be something like the soldiers would have just nicknamed them this terrible, very on the nose name. But I thought it was just kind of fun. So
yeah, no, those are definitely on my list too, because I have so many figures that they are going to be attacking in my photos.
Good. That's what they're supposed to do. I love it.
The one that drew my attention the most was the Harbinger as a Steamboat Willie. Like it just
me too.
Like, that's crazy.
See, and I love that, and you guys get it, because when I first came up with that, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a demon, and I don't know if you guys, nobody's really seen under yet, but it's straight up red demon with like the fur legs and the hooves and the tail, and it's just ridiculous, and I think people are going to really enjoy it. And it was funny because when I first showed it off, people were like at least just a few friends, and they're like, I don't know if I get it. I'm like, just wait. And so far, like once I unveiled them, people were like, that's what I want. And I'm like, see, there it is.
What's up, Toy Marks? Thanks for joining us, man.
Toy Mercs.
Yeah, there's just so much in that wave that I'm my wallet is crying already.
I mean, I'm sold. You make a devil character. I'm sold.
That one.
And that won't be the only devil, for wave 1, but we got parts to reuse, of course. So I already got plans. I want a heavy metal demon, of course.
Yes.
Guitar, and maybe it's not designed yet, but in my head it's like a Razorback, like a Dimebag Darrell style. I feel like that could turn into an axe very easily. That could be cut in half. So
I am all in on this line.
So what is your favorite? You call me dead.
Yeah.
What is your favorite line that you made so far right now?
Well, World War Hell, because it's the only full line I've gotten to do, but it's not out yet. But I've made 2 figures so far, and that are mine. And I had the Dread Trooper, which was my first figure, and then Necromancer. But Necromancer is definitely my favorite out of the 2. Even though I love the Dread Troopers, I had a lot of fun with Necromancer, and he had the cooler packaging, and so that was my favorite out of that so far.
Let's take a look.
I was taking a look at the monkey business.
Oh yeah. So the fresh monkey stuff. Yep, and I've done. Hey, there's Necromancer. My favorite from like Monster Force that I've worked on, probably Declan, because Declan Van Helsing, because I got to really do a lot of work on him. I designed, that was my first actual design. His rifle, I designed. He was already like done when I jumped on the line, but besides colors, and I picked all the art direction and did all the colorway for him. But I was like, I love the crossbow on him, but I felt he needed a rifle as well, and so I designed the M4 kind of AR-15 rifle that has the Crusader type knight helmet over the magwell, and then the silver spike, and so that, and then doing the tattoos on him and just all the stuff I got to work on him. That's my favorite that I worked on.
So Deadman says Alex Storm and he were just talking about Grindhouse Toys.
Well, thank
Excellent.
you. I love it.
Yeah, you are definitely in the minds of a lot of people right now, especially with the heat you are dropping. And
absolute fire.
Yeah. So you
literal
worked
fire, hellfire.
Literal fire.
The best kind.
So you've had the Necromancer. You have
Yes.
your new line
Dread
coming out.
And
The Dread Trooper as well. Yep. I'm sorry.
Yep. Oh, no,
And
you're good.
the Kickstarter coming out, but you have a very long history. I mean, like you said, you Fresh Monkey Fiction, the Big Bad Monster Force, their series. What else have we seen you work with?
So, and it's funny you say long history. Like I feel like I've worked on a lot of stuff in an actually short amount of time, because I've really only been doing this for 3 years or so.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I just jumped kind of head first into it. I've been very fortunate to work with Bill Murphy on so many lines, but not just Eagle. I've done a lot of work with Eagle Force, the Naughty or Nice collection. I've done the art direction and all the paint masters for Monster Force. Pretty much every figure so far. I've worked on Wandering Planets, like The Prisoner. I've done some of the paint masters for those. I even did their Nancy Drew that they did.
Oh, wow.
I've done, I'm trying to think, what else? Am I missing anything? I know. I did some paint masters for Operation Recall. I don't know if any of you guys followed the Operation Recall stuff, which is like the G.I. Joe. That is, bringing all the old creators back on, the original legendary guys, which luckily, it's a funny story. When I found out I was working on Monster Force, the first time I got that job, that same week was Joe Fest in 2022. And that was when they announced Operation Recall. And one of my concepts that I put in there got picked. So I like in the same week I found out, I was like, oh, my character is going to be an O-ring G.I. Joe. And I got to work on Monster Force. So it was just completely surreal to me. And it was just nuts.
So what is one of your expectations that you have for you, for other toy collectors that you said, you know what, I need to change something in the toy industry, or I need to do something, and when they open the box and when they get their figure, what is something that you expect for buyers and collectors to be to expect from your figure?
Well, first and foremost, I want it to be fun. That's the biggest thing. And the packaging can be cool, and the figure can be cool, but it all has to be cool. I don't want it to just be oh, this figure's really cool, but the packaging kind of sucks, or vice versa. And so that's what I try to I try to put everything into pretty much every element. It's the whole. That's why even the booth looks like a video store. I want it to all be something fun and memorable, or even we talked about the business cards before the show. I want that to be something that people remember. And, I love the old video stores. And so it's the same kind of thing. And, opening the figure and it being a, tape in there, people smile, and it makes me happy just showing them that kind of thing. And I want to have that on World War Hell. And so the paint apps are crazy. The articulation's completely, updated, even though it's still got that feel of the old figures. The characters and the packaging and just everything. I want it to be the total package for, I want everybody to be happy when they open their toys.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I really like the art direction, like you said, making the box art look good. Because there's many things from my childhood I still can remember those boxes. It sticks with you.
It really does, and that's why it's so important, you know. And a lot of companies, you know, have shied away from doing the artwork, and I know it's expensive, and toys are not cheap to be made, unfortunately. But there's so many good artists out there that, and it really adds so much. Like again, this Necromancer, that's Mark Pennington who did the artwork for it, and Mark Pennington's a legend. You know, he designed all the GI Joes from '87 to '89. And also worked on Spawn and worked on the X-Men in the 90s with Adam Kubert, and like he's just such a cool guy. And so like you got to have that cool artwork, man. Like, and that's one of the things with like World War Hell. Every figure is going to have its own artwork, so it looks like a different tape. So when you put them up on your shelf, you'll have a whole bunch of movies almost. Like I don't even have the spines really matching, because again, you'd have your tapes or any movies, because I collect physical media also, and so like tapes or Blu-rays or any of that stuff, nothing ever lined up. So it's just to give it that kind of like, hey, that's all the same toy line, but is it really? When you look at it, it might just look like a bunch of tapes, and it's just another thing that's pretty fun, I think.
Yeah, okay. So you took like nostalgia to a whole new level.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, the Blockbuster tapes, the figures design, and how you built them out. You've taken these things that we were used to as a kid, at least my old ass, and you've given us these figures with newer articulation and like kind of like a new look at an old figure that we used to have, and it's it's awesome.
Thank you. And that's what I went for.
And even your cards, your business cards. Hey, Lights, why don't you throw that up there real quick?
Third time. I mean, it's sick.
We're going to do that.
It's sick. Like,
oh shit! It looks like a Blockbuster card, dude. That's
exactly. I mean, I was blown away. Their whole setup at IshCon was a video store. You've got these figures sitting up, and they look so cool. And I wanted to buy one immediately, right then and there. And he pulled out the packaging and like firing on all cylinders. I mean, not to like glaze too much, but that's what it is. The figures look incredible. The artwork, the direction, packaging, the whole nine. It's all. There's a lot of passion put into this that you can just see.
Thank you.
And it's sick.
I think the way that you're describing it and the way it's being explained, it seems like I want to go make a figure that stays for the longest time. That's something that's memorable and you keep it forever. And I think that's what a lot of companies just forget about. They just want to throw out figures out there and that's it.
Yeah, I agree. And I want something that, like, I want something that you genuinely cherish. I don't want it to just be some repaint or and that's kind of the name of the game still with toy creating. And even in the indie circuit, you got to repaint, you got to use parts because it's expensive and trying to have to pay for tooling. But if we were going to repaint stuff, let's make it fun. Like, I mean, Spectre is like Sergeant Spectre is not that different from the other figures, but now he's clear and he's a ghost. And I just thought that when you're trying to design a toy line and coming up with characters, like come up with something fun that looks cool, but also is not everything's the same, and it's really fun as a creative in the creative process of being like, all right, what can I make with this? It's almost because I started off customizing toys, so it's the same kind of thing, just on a bigger level, I guess.
All right, we got another guest to the stage across the toy multiverse. What's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? How are you all doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Are you?
Good. Same here.
Yeah,
I just wandered in. I love what's going on with the show. I'm so proud of each and every single one of you, obviously. It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's amazing. So thank you for letting me jump on and be a part of it.
Yeah, I think my first Monster Force figure was the Toylanta exclusive, the clear.
Yeah,
the clear purple.
Yeah, the purple clear. Yep,
Oh,
the Invisible Man Eraser.
Yeah, the Eraser was like when I first started seeing photos for pre-orders for him. I was like, yeah, he's definitely the one I want. And then they come out with the purple version of him. I'm like, oh, that's an easy buy. That one's a no-brainer right there. That thing was like, I like the translucent plastic of it, because the way you can light that figure and the things that you can do with it to make it look, like
Oh, yeah.
spectral or hidden. It's awesome. It was really a cool figure to shoot.
It really is a good idea. Like, Bill doing that with the clear, I was like, that's smart. And I love clear plastic. So anytime any of that, I'm always a sucker for that. It might even be a character I don't know or something like with other toy lines. And I'll just be like, well, it's clear and it's really cool. I kind of feel like I need that.
Oh, yeah. So going back to your childhood, what was your favorite toy when you were young? Like the one you had to have and never wanted to lose?
So like G.I. Joe was my big one. I mean, I had a lot of different types of toys that I enjoyed, but G.I. Joe was always my favorite because they were small, they had vehicles, they could fight my aliens, my Kenner aliens, and I thought that was really fun. I made my little stories, but my favorite G.I. Joe was always, and I had a few of them because they broke or I lost them and I got lucky and would find them at another like not a yard sale, but like a flea market or something, but was Falcon. I always liked Lieutenant Falcon because he was the most like military looking, he had the sweet green beret with the tiger stripe. And, my first one, I remember losing the crotch, the thumbs, everything. It was so beat the hell up. But then finding another one later was nice to have that. And even the gray with the black stripes that they did later, the 90s, the Sonic Fighters Falcon. I love that one as well. That mold is fantastic. It was I don't know, Falcon, that always kind of like solidified as my favorite character in G.I. Joe, even though, he's kind of a bitch in the cartoon, but he...
I'm only going to say nothing, but... he had his moments in the cartoon. Come on, let's give him a little bit of credit. He had some moments.
He did. But...
I say, Dr. Mindbender is one of the coolest ones. He was a dentist, and look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that kind of goofy stuff, and that's where Larry Hama was so damn smart, and the things he did there. So good.
Thanks for joining us, man.
What's going on?
But yeah, definitely G.I. Joe's hold a kind of special place in my heart because next to I was rough on my toys as a kid.
Yeah, who was?
And next to my Star Wars figures, many of them had perished in fireworks and the special effects I chose to use.
Sid.
You beat me to it.
I was so bad with my. Well, I mean, I would go to flea markets and pick up like the already beat up ones.
Yeah.
So those are my victims.
Star Wars figures.
But I mean, I had the spring-loaded Boba Fett. Like that was the only one that was bought for me, and over the years he got lost. And now that I see how much he's worth, I am kicking myself in the ass for not holding on to him.
You're doing the self-heel kick.
I'm telling you, man.
Anybody in the chat that has any questions for Mr. Grindhouse Toys over here, let us go ahead and ask, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. You guys make me feel old. My G.I. Joes were the 12-inch ones with the cloth goods. Oh, hell
Wait,
yeah.
I know the one you thought. For some reason, I thought he meant Sigma 6 for a minute, but now I know what you're talking about.
No.
Sigma 6 was what I had.
Yeah.
No, he had the OGs.
Yeah, the OGs.
The OGs of the G.I. Joes.
Yes, yep.
Those were
The
nice.
Barbie.
But yeah, so you like the Kenner aliens as well, right? That seems to be your. So what do you think about NECA and how they've gone with theirs?
So it's funny because as a collector, I'll buy a lot of stuff over time, and then I end up changing my mind. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need that. It's just like all of us. I feel like, messing, trying to purge stuff out, and the NECA stuff's one of the things that I regret because I ended up selling most of it, and I don't know why. I was just like, I need to focus on this, and I hate that I got rid of my. Especially those damn Marines are so expensive now, and but like, man, I don't know. I they're good, but like I had a lot of trouble. They're hard to stand up. They're hard to really display because they constantly fall over. They're very brittle at times. Like they break easy. I know they've gotten better, and I have a few still because I bought in some of the like newer Ultimates and stuff. But now I'm like, shouldn't have sold those Marines because again, I'm such a huge Colonial Marines fan. Aliens is like one of my all-time favorite movies, and man, I wish that's like a dream toy line to work on. If I could do like Colonial Marines versus Aliens in like a
that would
4-inch
that'd be
scale,
awesome.
it'd be so cool.
Yeah, it'd be
That would
awesome.
be epic. Yeah.
Yep.
I love the Kenner alien.
I've seen a
So
few toy lines do the 1/18 scaled aliens and the predators.
The Haya does them, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've got the APC.
Oh,
I could not buy that.
God.
Yeah. I'm like, I need
that thing's
this.
expensive now. That thing is so
Yeah.
expensive right now. Oh my God.
I got it when it was cheaper, luckily,
Nice.
when it came out. Is it displayed right now? No, but one day.
It doesn't
One
matter.
day it'll
You
be
own
displayed.
it.
Yeah.
No, somebody was telling me about that on one of the shows. I was like, "Oh, let me go look that up because I really want." Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I'm good. I'm like, holy crap!
I watched
I
the
wish
Marine
the
be
figure-
born and die within minutes when that happened. Like, really? Oh,
All right, so we've taken a look at your webpage. Let's take a look.
We haven't on the stream yet.
What's that?
We haven't checked out his webpage on stream yet.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see.
We did that before
Where's
on
it
the
at?
pre-show.
This one. Yeah, we showed this one earlier.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then
We were talking
sorry,
about
I'm just.
yeah.
My bad.
Nice.
Okay, I apologize.
I want to bring up.
I'll see myself
Where is
out.
it at? This one. The Kickstarter page.
Awesome.
So this Kickstarter, you said, starts Friday the 13th.
Friday the
correct?
13th. Yep.
Oh,
So we got
beautiful.
10 days. 10 days.
Yep.
Yeah. Friday the 13th.
And
Probably going to be at 1300, just because it's fun. When it launches. So 1:00 Eastern.
Nice.
Is the goal right now. I'm just trying to get everything finished up and ready to go for the show. For the Kickstarter, I'm excited. All the figures, the paint masters, like some of you guys have seen, are all done. Sculpting's done. Everything's ready to go. We're just ready to go to tooling. And once we tool and start producing, that's it. It's not going to be one of those Kickstarters. And again, I love. I'm not throwing any shade any other way, but I wanted to make sure to front load everything in the beginning to be like, all right, sculpting's done, painting's done. So there's no waiting, the design, any of that stuff. So that this gets funded, boom, it's going into get
Production.
Molded and production.
right. That's awesome. So everybody in the chat, get ready. You got 10 days. Get over there, hit that notify me on launch. And let's get ready to go to World War Hell.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
It's perfect.
let's take a look at your IG page.
Sounds good.
Because in your IG page, of course, here's the logo, but you have your articulation for each figure or at least for one of the figures broken down here.
Yeah.
that's amazing on such a smaller scale figure. That is amazing.
Yeah, it blows my mind that these are 1/18. I mean, just everything you've been able to pack into it as far as joint wise, and especially the ankles. The ankles on a 1/18 figure. I know I collect the Haya Toys TMNT line.
Oh, it's great. That's a great line. Yep.
Yeah, and even their rockers are still even a little bit limited because they big ass turtle feet.
True.
But I mean, they have rock in them, and I love them to death. I mean, that is one of the lines that I am definitely a completionist in. I have every wave pre-order.
They've been fantastic. I've been doing the same. I feel your pain.
But yours looks like from the head, neck, all the way down. You've really taken care to give these guys as much articulation and mobility as possible, and that is awesome for a 1/18 line.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was something that I wanted to make sure with these, because being that it's, there's some good articulated 1/18 stuff out there, but nobody's ever updated O-ring, and there's just something about an O-ring GI Joe or 1/18 figure, 3 3/4, that it's just, I don't know, there's something that brings you back to being a kid. And the first 2 figures with Necromancer and Dread Trooper, those were on the modern style Eagle Force body parts, which are great. They're like some of the best figures in the business, and I love doing that. But I was like, well, when I came up with World War Hell, I was like, do I want to go to the modern 1/18 scales, or do I want to go to O-ring? And I was like, well, let's go with O-ring, because 1, nobody's ever done World War II O-ring, and 2, nobody's ever updated O-ring. And so I feel like there's something very, I don't know, poetic or just kind of fun about an O-ring figure coming out of a VHS case. It just takes you right back to that time period, from 82 to 94, from when G.I. Joe was a thing. And so adding those ankles in there, because especially, like I got he's always chilling with me, Skid Mark. I got Skid Mark hanging out here. But you can't move the ankles. You can't move the wrists. But we copied most of the same type of articulation. I guess I should put that in the camera. Using the same, so it still will look like this, because there's just something fun about an O-ring's proportions and kind of the silliness of it. But turning that into like a zombie now, or a skeleton, and same with like the skeleton's jaw will articulate, and stuff like that. It's just super fun.
And that's definitely something. That's something I haven't seen on a 1/18, like I said, until I got into the turtle one, because Rocksteady, he has an articulated jaw, but it's very, very small articulation on it. So it's very limited, but it does move. Yes, it does. But you've given us a skeleton that can move its mouth like that. That's awesome.
The zombie really will awesome. Too. The zombie is the same jaw. The lower jaw is the same from the skeleton, and so it'll be the same. That's why, like on the figure, it looks like his skin's kind of ripped off, and it's pretty fun. Just the same with all that. I don't know. I wanted something that you could put on your shelf and or even just when you're working at at work at your computer or something you could play with, and pose and put back in the box if you want, but actually just have some fun.
Yeah, definitely. So this one's my favorite. I already told you that, the Sergeant Spectre, because this guy is absolutely epic. The chainsaw, the flamethrower, the bandoliers, the flaming skull. I absolutely love this figure.
And this is
the amount of accessories. The amount of accessories that come with these figures too is blowing my mind. So this one comes with all this, right?
Oh yeah, that's all his stuff. He also comes with some different hands. He's got there's skeleton middle fingers. You gotta be able to flip everybody off. He'll also have like trigger fingers, and then he's got the gripping hands. Other figures will have different variations of hands, like Sergeant Graves has brass knuckles too. And
let's see if I can find. Let's see, this is Remnant. Is Sergeant Graves on here? Should be, right?
He should be.
That one.
There he is. Okay.
And he comes with a lot more parts actually, even than in this picture, because he has that, like right now he kind of blends in. It's his camo kind of paint. I call it apocalyptic war paint, because I'm thinking, if you're in the end of the world kind of battle, and you're gonna put like camo paint on your body, you're not gonna just put like regular camo. He has like skeletal paint on his arms and his face, which I thought was really fun. But those are options. Instead of giving you a figure that is, hey, this is the skeleton one, and here's the clean one, he comes with arms and a different head and neck, so you could switch or do half and half if you want the skeleton face on but the regular bare arms. Options, man. That's
the options are good for army building too.
Yeah.
That's the fun thing about it.
This is
a favorite. The Harbinger is Willie.
Yes, I love this.
And so with him, I'm still waiting on the answer from the factory. So he has that mask is actually over that demon head. That's why you see the horn coming out of the ear. The mask is supposed to be removable, and it should be fine. But worst case scenario, it will be that head with the mask over it, so it's still got all that depth. and then
Right.
the extra head you just kind of switch them if you need to. But he will have
Nice.
both of those options. Same with that soft goods comes off. He's a straight up demon. He is kind of the catalyst of all of the bad things. Kind of he is what has come into this earth to do some damage and chaos.
So one quick question. I mean, I can kind of tell from the photo, but
Here we go.
I take it the soft goods are going to be wired.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was one of my most important things, and
Nice.
he's actually got two pieces of soft goods in there because the one that I originally got made didn't have a wire, and I was like, it's got to have the wire. So I had some other stuff, and I just really chopped things up, and I put that under it, and it actually gave it more of that rogue look, which worked out perfectly. And so yeah, it's gonna have the wire. I hate soft goods without a wire. I just feel like it's a waste.
Same, yep. I mean, this guy, he's got the wired, the Shaman Predator, he's got the wire thing, and it adds so much dynamic to this figure. So it
adds so much when you're posing or taking pictures or just anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like this piece.
You can have windswept without it being permanently sculpted in. You can just do what you need. Have it draped perfectly. Because a wired hood is perfect. You see how many like Palpatine figures have come out, and the hood just looks weird.
Yep. You gotta have that soft goods if you can.
Soft goods with a wire, you can fix that hood perfect.
Yep.
Now this one looks like one of your army builders.
It is. So that is the Cerberus trooper. So Cerberus are the good guy forces, kind of trying to stop they're guarding the gates of hell. And this is the one of their troopers. He will have. So that gas mask comes off. Same with the harness, with the bag, and the helmet comes off too. So you can just still wear the helmet if you want without the gas mask, or you can have the gas mask without the helmet. He has two different heads, multiple hands, so you can have the different type of skin tones for both. Again, I'm an army builder also, so I get it. I want to have options to. So if I have multiples of this guy, I don't want everyone to look the same. It's not like he's a Viper or a Crimson Guard where you're not really, they all are supposed to look the same. I want a little bit of variation.
Yeah.
Quick question.
These are all 118 or 112?
118, yes.
118.
Wow.
It'll be the same size as here.
Nice.
Just like this guy right here. So not very big. It's a little more
Crazy
fun.
that for 118, they have all these accessories. All these accessories, removable items. Like, what the hell?
That's
ridiculously awesome, dude.
Like I said, the wire amazed me at this scale. Wired good to this scale is absolutely amazing.
yep. I agree. What's the price tag on something average wise on something like this? One of these.
So the price is gonna be a little cheaper at Kickstarter with different packages, but right now, $40 because it's the same as what the Necromancer was. And that's why I try to pack them at. It's more of like a premium O-ring figure. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's I wanted to be something where it was like
with everything that's coming with these. Yeah.
That's actually a really cheap price. That's fair. Wow.
That's what I want you.
For all that you get. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but for all that you get is beautiful. Like that price. Yeah, better jump on that.
And with the swappable parts too in there, like heads and stuff. That's not something you see either a lot with these figures.
Not for that price point. No. Nope.
That's what I wanted. Yeah, I wanted you to have something that you felt the value is there, and throwing in more accessories for even for customizing or just kind of like these will come apart just like the old GI Joes too with the screw in the back. I don't know if you guys have ever taken apart a GI Joe. It's just something fun about it, and kind of instead of just popping and constantly pulling parts off, which they wear out over time when you do that kind of stuff. So I thought the screw in the back, especially since it's going for that vintage look, and then you just put those new arms back in. The head will pop off on a ball if you want, but certain characters, like right here, even this Revenant Horde, he has the zombie head and the skeleton head. They have different necks because the skeleton has a skeletal neck, and then the zombie has a zombie neck, and so it'll go in like the O-ring. It'll be a little more surgery to switch some stuff out, but I think it's a little more fun that way. So.
Exactly. So do I. I agree. Wow, that's amazing.
I think this is what happens when a toy collector becomes a toy designer.
Yes. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yes. You could tell you are actually not only just a seller, but also a fan and a collector yourself.
You're giving the people what you would like on figures. And
Yep.
that's
exactly
Well
what I
done.
want.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I like this one. The
Yeah.
blood effects already attached.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the same. It's going to be that neck, just like like I was saying, switching out the neck. You'll have that spot that just now he's got a head that is exploding, and like in universe,
that's
this whole
great.
thing is a horror B movie. It's very like over the top. It's very Tarantino. If you're getting blood just launching everywhere.
This
Yeah.
makes me want to. This
All of
makes
these
me want to
figures
find
look
an
like they could
Ash
be-
Williams, a 1/18
Yes.
scale Ash Williams.
Oh yeah,
That's-
I mean,
that's what I
I
wanna
kind of like
find
Evil
out.
Dead, so I know what you're saying. So I'm wearing my Evil Dead t-shirt.
Other 80s movies for other freaking gory films.
Yeah,
And this one has a head with it too, right?
Yeah, they
With
get
the
to
blood
it.
effect.
Yeah, so see, you got the zombie
That's
head,
great,
the
yeah.
skeleton head. He'll have extra hands too, and then he has those little blood splatters. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see what I'm talking about, but no, the blood go into the hands also, so those will be switched.
That is great because, like I said, I remember when NECA released the Xenomorphs that were shot up, but they weren't swappable. It was just a battle damaged thing. So
Yes.
it's nice to have the option to have it as another army builder or as a victim. That's really good.
Exactly.
You can
'cause
have, like, one
I
of the
want hordes of these
satellites.
guys, with all of those accessories, so you can have that blood splatter, but also a zombie right behind him, and also. These guys will come with a secondary stand. Most of the figures will come with the World War Hell stand, which is the logo, but also some of them will come with this stand, and that's a blood pool. So it's just a pool of blood.
That is neat. Yeah.
That you can, again, just have like a figure laying there and he's got this pool of blood. But it's also works perfectly for the Green Army Men from Hell, which is probably in there as well. And that base will look like a melted a little bit Green Army Man base. So
let's see.
Oh,
There you go.
Ooh, let's go.
Again,
So
going back
sick.
to nostalgia, man. The little Green Army man.
I used to have tons of these things. The little Green
a
Army
lot
Man.
of those ones too.
Dude, I know everybody wanted an articulated Green Army Man. I'm telling you right now, dude. This is the dopest idea.
Thank you. And especially as zombies and skeletons, that's what I think is even more fun because in again, story wise, how I'm playing with this, Green Army Men aren't attacking people full size. These guys in my head are 1-to-1 scale. So you buy these, you got them all. You could set them up like attacking, yourself, or they could even be kind of fun Halloween decorations or just something silly.
Definitely.
Dude, you just blew my mind.
I'd love to see somebody to recreate some of the Toy Story scenes, but as horror with these.
Yes.
Oh, there's the middle fingers.
Yeah, they're like, see, they're like Andy's coming, but they got a blowtorch.
Yes. He does come with the flamethrower, so perfect.
Yeah. Andy's coming.
I like how
Andy
the stand
falls
has
down instead of the toys.
like 4 different pegs for the feet. For the toy soldier one, it has like different pegs, so you can position the toy and still have him look like a toy soldier, even though he's different.
Yes.
He's like a different pose. That's fucking dope.
Thank you. And that was one of the things too with the articulation on the ankles. You could actually get a wider stance, and having that stance. That's why I wanted to make sure on the stands. If you want to just stand them straight up, you could just have them off to the side a little bit. But I wanted those pegs kind of wide, so they would look like they had a full-on stance instead of just kind of standing at attention. I mean, you still could do that if you want, but I don't know. I wanted something a little more dynamic.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
What's the story behind this guy?
So that's Colonel Malum. He's the main bad guy. He's this evil Nazi, of course. The guy who pretty much has the Book of the Dead, which I'm calling Necrogrimoire. And he pretty much makes a deal with all of these devils, and the whole Axis powers ends up getting possessed, and that's the Revenant. That's his army. What that do survive, most of them explode because they can't handle all that power. But which I just think is kind of fun. A bunch of Nazis exploding. This guy right here, he's the one who summons Steamboat Willie, the Harbinger, and by summoning him, he cuts his own face off as this nasty, evil, tribute to Steamboat. So now he walks around very Leatherface-esque and wears faces. It's not his face. He has 2 right now. He has a dried up old one, and then also a very fresh one is what he's wearing right now. And then also he has the hooded head, like Cobra Commander-esque, but it's all tattered. And so he's got this cut smile in it. And it's very thin to his face more because he has no nose. He has no face.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun.
That's brilliant. I like that.
So
I love the paint job on him with the blood streaming down the front of his jacket.
Thank you. And I'm a big fan of the Red Shadows, the Palatoy toys, and like I love Count Iron Blood. And so I was like, all right, I want to have a little bit of an homage in there to that. And I was like, well, he always wore that white and he had the red with the skull and crossbones on his chest.
Yep.
And I was like, well, let's just have blood all over a white suit. That would look way cooler. And the fact that he's always cutting people's faces off, he's probably gonna have a lot of blood all over him.
Yeah.
Talk about a face off guy.
Sergeant Graves.
So I wanted to ask a quick question, and I think you already kind of covered it a little bit ago, but you said that on the Sergeant Graves, you could swap the arms out like he comes with like regular
Yep.
arms, correct?
Yep.
So
Yep.
does that go across the line? Like you could
Yeah. So it's the same again. Like if you take a GI Joe and pull them apart, you could take like I was doing that since I was a little kid. You take the arms off, you take the legs and all that stuff. You put the O-ring on the other figure. So like if you want to, it's not pop and swap per se like a Mythic Legions, but some parts are. But yeah, I want you to customize these things. Make your own soldiers, make your own ridiculous stuff. You want to put the demon head on, one of the soldiers. Why not? And stuff like that. Or it's just the creativity, and that's a thing that like I love that the Four Horsemen have done with all their pop and swap creations and just making it something that you can have fun with, and that's what I wanted to bring to this too.
Chris, I've said it a gajillion times on this stream, but this is easily and again, I'm not trying to glaze, I'm not trying to earn favor or anything. This is just like the amount of creativity, the amount of heat, fire, hellfire, brimstone, whatever in this line is intense.
Yeah.
Like it's overwhelming almost.
Yeah, you really see the jaw articulation in this one.
Yes. And so that's my only one right now that poses. It's all 3D printed that I did. But like I wanted to have something that I could kind of still show. He's a little underscaled right now. We've already adjusted that, so he's the correct height. So this is next to the Operation Recall figure. This was the concept that I talked about earlier that I had my concept picked, which is actually, I used to play a lot of paintball and stuff, and it was based upon my loadout. And so I thought this was just a really fun, I had to take, there's me. I like to customize and mess with stuff, and you kind of see a theme. I like skulls, and it was at IshCon was the first time I actually got to see that the figure, like the actual check model that Carson with 3D Joe's had. And so I was like, I got to take a picture of it next to one of my zombies, and that was pretty fun.
So here's some more up close photos.
Yes. So there's the Cerberus Trooper. There's Graves. You can see the skull paint and even the arms a little bit. As you can see, it looks. I wanted to make the paint look worn. Like it wasn't just. A lot of companies will do this or like a Hasbro or anything, and it always drives me crazy. You'll just paint it on, and it's just solid black, and I'm like, that doesn't look like paint.
Yeah, it's not dirtied or weathered or anything. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so same with he's going to have that, and then there's Winchester behind him. Which
the scarring on that face is awesome.
It came out so good. So Arlen, who is the designer from like Naughty or Nice and everything, he did the head on actually Winchester with that scar, and then also the Cerberus Trooper there. He did that head. He sculpted those for me. Winchester, I wanted to give him that. Because he's a very G.I. Joe homage. He's very 1964 Marine. But I wanted to give him his own scar. And so he has, I don't know if anybody remembers Platoon. It's the scar from Sergeant Barnes. It's, again, that's from my childhood. I watched Platoon so many times as a kid. I don't know if I should have been watching it when I was watching it, but I loved it. And, Tom Berenger's that crazy, just nasty scar. Also.
Yeah.
Then he has the white eye too. He's got like that white eye that he lost his eye. Like,
that dead eye. And because I thought, I'm like, all right, if you got that nasty scar, you probably get some.
Is that a cigar in his mouth too?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I felt like that hardened, pissed off soldier, and I felt he would be that perfect character for that. And he'll also come with another head without the cigar, because again, I love those little details, but I also hate when it's like, hey, look, you can only have that face on there. Like, okay, he's not gonna have the cigar in his mouth forever. So I like that you can have both options.
Now, are the grenades and the brass knuckles, are those removable or are those molded on?
No. So those are sculpted on. Same with like the pistol and stuff. We tried to make it where like maybe the holster would work, but it's just too, because you have the tolerances at the factory. You can't do that. So I was like, all right, this is still that updated old school O-ring feel. So I was like, it can be a little silly, but that's why if you see his fists, he's got the brass knuckles in the fists.
Yeah, I see him.
He has he'll have regular hands as well to hold like the pistols and stuff like that. And that was one thing I kind of thought about. I was like, should he have, like, he's gonna look weird if he's holding a pistol even though he's got the pistol holster. I was like, nah, it's still silly. It's
fine. It's fine. You can never have enough guns.
Exactly. But like the bandoliers and the helmets are all removable. So like the bullet bandoliers, and then it's the helmet, because even though at that scale, sometimes the helmets look a little big, or they, don't work as well. And you'll see this with a lot of even 6-inch stuff. They'll sculpt stuff together because it looks better, I guess. But I'm like, it's still that funness. I always like that as like with the O-ring figures that you could remove the helmets or, little things like that.
No, I remember when I was in the service, none of these helmets ever fit right. Never fit right.
No.
Here's an up close of the scarred face.
Yeah, there's
nice.
Winchester.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to somebody right now for the digital printing of like the camo and stuff. I've seen some really good stuff come out of the factory with the printing, how they print the camo on, and it looks seamless. It's not like how some of the stuff with like G.I. Joe will just be like a few blobs of camo. I was like, I want to make this as detailed as possible. And so I've got the right people working on stuff for that. So to get that in the actual produced figure.
So this is one of the unpainted bases, right?
Yes, so that doesn't have the actual peg holes in it because that was just the first test, or not the peg. The pegs on there for the figure feet to go onto. But yeah, it's going to be just like that. It is. Do I have one right here next to me? I do not. But it's going to be painted just like the logo looks. And yeah, you see that pose you can get out of that guy. That's my posing one. You just get a lot of personality, I feel, out of these guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Something that would be sick is if the base was like almost kind of translucent, like where the hell was. That way someone could put some LED lights underneath it.
Yeah.
Shine up.
That or ultraviolet sensitive paint, like orange paint.
Oh,
and you hit it with a black light. Perfect.
Yeah, because you could take that base up and grab some sticky tack, throw that up in the backdrop on the wall.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna have to test because like on the one that I painted with the orange, because it's got the orange, I wonder if I'll have to check it with a black light because that would be really cool, because that's a good idea. And I did think about the clearness and I was like, oh, that would be really cool, but I wasn't sure. And that's definitely something I would like to maybe even look at in the future as another option too, because I don't want to just only do exactly the same ones, but we definitely got to get some clear standards. Yeah, putting lights
to expand on that idea, like you can make the base just a little bit thicker to where you could store the accessories underneath it.
That's true.
With the light, just that's free.
That's a good
I
idea.
just say, has anybody done that one at 118th? Because I know a few companies have like snail shell and stuff have done it, like with these stands where you can put their hands and accessories in. But I've never seen them done at smaller scale.
I don't know if 118th has done it. Joy Toy, I feel maybe.
I just said if anybody would, it would have been them probably, but I don't even know because I don't really have any other than no, I don't have any. Well, my Joy Toys, I've got her 112. I've got the doctor and the nurse.
On the Kickstarter, are you going to have like some tiers or something to where you can get some of the artwork, like that big Sergeant Spectre poster? Or
so I'm working on that right now.
Okay.
And trying to, because I want, and being that it's a video store movie, everything's movie related. I want, that artwork especially came out so good. I want people to have those. And so if maybe it's a Kickstarter thing, I don't know yet. But if not, I definitely will have them at shows for sale, is the plan. But I would like to still put it into the Kickstarter because not everybody can go to shows. So I'm trying to find the best cost effective way and to make it so people can do that. So
Yeah, I mean, that's
One
sick
thing you
artwork.
could, back on the stands thing, get later on down the line, maybe you could offer like stand packs with different color
Yeah.
stands. That could be
Yeah.
a thing.
Yes, for 100%. You know, that would be really fun. Same with like weapon
Cool.
packs, head packs, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
So this so Scott Brown did the artwork on this, and he is fantastic. He was part of, I met him through Operation Recall. He has another concept, and he's a really good artist. He works on a lot of video game stuff, and I'm like, hey man, you want to work on some artwork for one of the figures? And he's like, yeah, and he just killed it with the artwork here. Hey, Mark Herwig, I know that guy. And so he just killed it with this, and so he sent me over that, and I wanted to make something feel like an old Sunbow, sorry, I can't talk, Sunbow video, you know, like an old cartoon. And
Yeah.
And so I wanted the Cerberus troopers to kind of feel like that, and that's where this one came. And I enjoy kind of making the Grindhouse Toys logo look like other logos, so that was pretty much just like the Kid Rhino logo I went for with this one. And just
I want to watch this. I want to watch this cartoon now.
I do too. I
mean, I'm no good at stop motion, but I think I can start practicing.
Get to work.
I want to work on that.
These are great. This art's great.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen something like this that's really, you know, hit that spot. You know, like the old Motu stuff, and the old Transformers art. Like, it was so colorful, so much going on. This hits that sweet spot where it really makes me think of the old school stuff.
Cool. That means a lot. It means a lot.
It's like I said, it's a really well done, beautiful tribute to it, and I'm glad to see it still kept alive, because that's one of the things where, like I said, those packages stick in your head. I still remember to this day the shelf with like the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect stuff on it. Like, I still remember that stuff, like the purples and the oranges and the colors. Yeah. It sticks. And, you know, nowadays you get a box like, and it's just like the G.I. Joe Classified don't really have a lot going on with them.
They don't.
It's just recycled art for the most part.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can really think, and I don't really even happy about that, like how Black Series did, like each wave you could put the characters together and make a poster, kind of.
Yeah.
But it was still it was just, you know, wasn't art. It was just character prints together, as much more so like this is a whole dynamic scene.
Well, it's funny you bring that up, because right this picture right here. So this is Mark Pennington again. This is what he's been working on for me for some artwork for the line. So one of the things I'm going to show during the Kickstarter, and I've told people at the booths and stuff, again with the when you have the VHS case, you know, if you put it up like say like this, you know, and you put all your figures together, it'll just say the name, like how I showed that Cerberus Trooper. But on the other side, each one will build this picture he's drawing. So for the main 8 characters, if you want to get all the figures and you put all the boxes together, it'll do this huge battle scene, which is he's just about finished with the ink, and it's so good. It's so good.
Okay, so I'm just going to sign my next few paychecks over to you. And
perfect.
Just
help get this thing funded.
I mean, I've never. Again, it's like there's certain toy lines that you like the toys that you get from them, but there's no. In my experience, there hasn't really been a toy line quite like this that so much love and passion and everything just kind of melts together, and it's just again hitting on all cylinders.
Thank you.
Definitely.
I like I said, that movie store aesthetic, I love it. The whole video store aesthetic, because I remember, you know, I guess, well, I was say lights. Did you go to the video store as a kid and get movies and stuff?
Yeah,
okay, I guess that
90s boy.
This is
you and me both were, yeah.
Movie gallery, Blockbuster.
We had Movie Max here.
Yeah,
Hollywood
Video. I worked at a Hollywood Video for a little while. Very short time.
Even this.
You got
when you walk right into the store.
Yes.
And here's the new titles that are just coming out.
Yep.
Trying to hit them all, and it's fun because so you're gonna have all the video store, you know, the videos of pretty much all the movies on the shelves. Once I have products, so like when this is an actual booth that's not just empty of empty cases, you're gonna have the figures on the walls. You're gonna have the Green Army Men are gonna be in like a plastic bag, so it looks like a bag of Green Army Men.
Nah.
Yes.
And then the decapitators are going to come in almost like a movie candy box. So it'll look like these creepy, so just little things. It all adds to the aesthetic of the movie store.
I think it's incredible. Again, you're probably getting tired of the glaze, but it's just
Oh
incredible.
no, it's fine. I mean, I'm doing something right. I'm like, okay, I'm okay. I'm doing okay here. If people like you guys like this makes me happy. So
I think I saw. There it is.
Oh,
that
cool.
is so cool.
Videos. And that one's done by Mark Pennington. It's actually the one that's behind me. One of them. Oh yeah, here. And so these are other figures that I had just holding the weapons. And then you got this guy, torching a poor Cobra Trooper.
There they are.
This decapitators attacking Duke, which are painted now too. So they're real
the guy with the flamethrower, torching the other dude. Is there like plans to have like effects that you can put on to like figures to have them look like they're getting engorged in flames?
Oh yes. So I wanted to have that in series 1, but I was like, all right, I've gone crazy already on series 1 with all the crap I'm putting in here. So that would be hopefully series 2 is the next thing, because I want blast effects. Like series 1, I haven't shown a whole lot of the actual fire effects, but like the flamethrower actually has a full on like 3 effects, kind of like the classified torch has. And
I've got that figure.
Just lit, and then it also is shooting out, and then there's like a part way shooting, and then same like if that right there, you see the fire there, but the Panzer Shrek that the Red Shadow is shooting, it has blast effects also, and it's actually shooting the rocket out. Graves has a flame attachment that goes on the sword, like things like that I want. And it's exactly like what you're saying, like a figure on fire. I thought that would be hilarious as well, something that clipped on. And I'm also coming up with something where I'm trying to figure out like the logistics and the engineering side of it, but like where somebody's getting shot, I want to have it again, that ridiculous amounts of blood just kind of going everywhere.
Yeah, I was about to say that'd be cool to have bullet like wound type effect, but like you said, it's engineering it to get it like to stick.
Because in like sticky tack works, but it's not like, hey, here's some sticky tack. I want something that can kind of clip on if I can.
Maybe you could have like a groove in the figure.
Yeah,
or
something
something
that
like
holds it, or even like on the harness or something. Maybe just trying to figure that out. That's
I think my Super Action Force blood effects would look absolutely ridiculous on this.
Maybe since
that's a lot of blood.
Since you said they're O-rings, you unscrew them and it's like a different chest piece that you put onto them.
That's a good idea.
Again, that was free.
I'm just gonna start being like, hey, let's get some more ideas from you. That's a good idea.
Like you said, you were gonna do like a guy on fire. Why don't you just make like the attachments? That way they can put them on different figures. Like you can put it on that Mickey Mouse.
Absolutely. And there are some fire effects already, because the effects on Spectre, the fire that's around his wrists, those are removable. It's like the Necromancer figure. He had those like effects as well, and it's like a PVC, so it's rubbery. And he's going to come with like Necromancer. I mean, the Spectre is going to come with 4 of them, so they can go on his ankles and his wrists, and so it looks like he's ghostly. But also, if I do, Steamboat is going to come with some like regular fire ones. Is the plan right now, so he can have his arms on fire.
So what you're telling me is I need multiples of Spectre and Steamboat.
Oh, absolutely. Gotcha. You need multiples of all of them.
But you need multiple so you can have some in the box too as well. Because I mean, like I said, I'm not normally an in-box collector, but this is definitely one of those lines where it'd be nice to have some in box as well.
No, nothing of mine stays in box.
They got one figure in box right now.
My next question to you is like the boxes look like a VHS case. Are they going to be plastic, and when you open them, it's going to feel like a VHS box, or it's going to be like
he missed it.
So I'll show you again real quick. It was like right there, like Necromancer. So the tape right here, when you open it, it comes out, and then I'll do that. Let me see a little bit there. So it comes out, and then the figures right there. You can see
I love it.
Holy
so
I was telling you. This line was incredible.
And that's what every figure is going to look like. but with different artwork. And a lot of people really like these Grindhouse Toys cases, which a lot of people have talked about that, but I just ended up buying a bunch of these clamshells just to show, hey, these are going to come with VHS cases, but these won't fit the actual. I mean, the figure could just go in it, but like the box to look like a tape wouldn't work with this. So
you want the other one? That's
oh, exactly. That one's way more fun, but I think I'm going to do something like this at shows, maybe as like maybe with stickers and pins or something, just something.
Oh, yeah, cool,
like a swag box.
This line, people start collecting this line, and they see those boxes. You're going to start selling those as well because it looks like a piece of art, you know?
Yeah. And that's so if I can put some stuff in it, like stickers, pins, whatever, just depending on. I wanted to do something
accessory
like
packs,
but accessory packs could work.
You can put your effects on those. You can put you can make those boxes for effects.
Yeah, that's true. I got to see if the factory can produce those boxes or at least source them over there, because I get them okay, but I buy them somewhere here in the States. But for mass produced stuff, if I can do something where I can get those cheaper, that'd be nice. So I'll have to reach out to those guys, because that's a good idea. Some accessory packs can fit in there.
Now, is this one a 112 or is this also 118?
1/18th Alto. This is, again, these are these Eagle Forest Fresh Monkey Fiction parts. I did a collaboration with those guys with this, and man, those parts are just so good. And see how the fire effect is on his arms? That's how the Spectre parts will go on as well. They just it's kind of like if any of you guys have had any of the Johnny Storms or any of the Marvel Legends like that, kind of just goes right over it, and it sits on there, which is really cool. Yeah, so those he's printed right now, 3D printed, but they're fused to him for the prototype, because I didn't need to have him move and come off. Same thing with that fire effect will come off the neck, because I want to use that on different things as well too. So.
Nice.
Very cool indeed.
Thank you.
All right, so everybody in chat, Kickstarter down at the bottom, write it down, do what you got to do, or just head over there now and hit that notify me on launch button.
Please hit that notify me on launch.
Hit this, and the minute it drops, you will be able to race me to get the number one spot.
It's gonna be fun, and one thing I want to say too, with the sculpting that's been I talked about a few other sculptors, but the majority of this line was sculpted by James Carter, and he's been such an amazing person to work with, because he's just so talented, and he has so many good ideas, and I'll draw a picture and be like, here, do this, and a lot of times when I work with other sculptors, it's change this, change it, do that. I don't have to tell him much at all. He'll just be like, yep, and he nails it, because he's just fantastic. He was the sculpt supervisor for Hasbro, the vintage collection with Star Wars, and he did Ghostbusters, and he did a lot of stuff for Hasbro for years. And he's just really good, amazing sculptor. He used to do wax sculpting and just old school with that way, but also so good digitally. And I've just been very lucky to be able to collaborate with him on this, and it shows. The figures look fantastic.
Yeah, they look phenomenal.
Incredible.
They look phenomenal. I definitely can't wait to get my hands on them and start shooting those, because those looks like a really fun line to not just build up their own world, but I mean having them mix up with everything I've got. I mean, those are Warhammer, you're in trouble. Turtles, good luck.
I haven't gotten any Warhammer yet, and I've been wanting to, just because they look so good. I was eyeballing some at IshCon, and I was like, no, I already bought too many Mythic Legions. I'm gonna
that is definitely a rabbit hole that once you start down that one's hard to fall out of. I mean, you got so many.
He's been trying with me on that one.
You've got so many factions.
You and everyone in Toy Mark say, "Well, stick your head in there. Go ahead and look in the hole."
Oh no, I've got 100 of them now.
I'm stuck.
I started off with 5 Raven Guard, and now I've got nearly all the Space Wolves, the Blood Angels. Yeah, it's bad.
Do you get one of those knights, the giant things?
No, because that came out after the Baratheer. So,
that makes sense.
The money went towards my heart, and my heart is that dragon. So,
I understand that. Speaking of real quick too, I didn't tell you guys this also. So talking about like the paint apps and the quality on the figures. So it's this, I use the same factory as the Four Horsemen, so it's going to be the quality that you guys love with the Legions and the Cosmic Legions and all of that. Nice. And so
that's great.
That was one of the things when I worked on Monster Force. I was like, okay, can they handle like? Because I would push the paint as much as I could, even though I'm like, I don't think they're going to be able to capture this. Let's see how well it comes out. And the fact that I was so happy with what they did with Monster Force, I was like, all right, they can handle this at this small scale and everything. And you're just trying to get all that stuff worked out. But I'm real happy with the quality of that factory.
Yeah, I mean, everything we've seen tonight and Tripping Toys. Luckily, I have avoided Warhammer. Don't let him lie. Tripping Toys loves Warhammer. He's all about it. All about it. No, he's not. I mean, Warhammer came along, and I got into them, and those turtles came along, and that was done. All of it. Like I said before, all those waves of the turtles, the April, the Splinter, the Shredder, the Foot Soldiers, Krang, Toka, and Slash should be here either this week or next week.
Nice. Those are the only ones I haven't gotten yet. I've got everybody else, but those three I didn't order yet. I was waiting until they were kind of in stock, and I was like, let me see if I can avoid this whole tariff charge getting them, since we have to import them. And so I've been kind of just waiting to see.
The sideline.
There it is.
Jose, come on in.
Dead man got his notification set.
Nice. Thank you.
I know Dead Man's like me on that. He's definitely going to appreciate those the demon ones.
Oh yeah.
I'm all about it, man.
The Casey Jones and the three Triceratons. Those are the last waves that they released.
Yes, I'm a sucker for Casey Jones too. So
yeah, and that Casey Jones comes with a lot of shit.
He does.
Oh my god. But
I just got that neck of Casey.
Yeah,
a while back. I showed you. It was good.
So we've come to the part where we are going to show some appreciation to the toy photo community.
Sounds good.
Here we go. If I can do this right. I'm old and slow. Sorry. So our first, screwed it up already.
It's okay. Take your time.
The first page we're going to take a look at is DinoPix_Paleontologia.
Ooh, nice.
I wonder if this is going to have
amazing. Yes, and I'm a dinosaur fanatic. So, I mean, obviously, when I saw this page, it was a no-brainer. So, Goldmember, you're at the top. We're going to start with you. Let's start scroll and pick a photo.
Yep, scroll.
And it's a brand new page.
They go to the very bottom there?
Bottom one?
Is that an Ankylosaurus there?
This one and this one is, yes. Which one?
Give me the first one. Let me see. I want to see the very first photo.
This one?
Yep.
The black and white.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what caught me on it. Love it.
Looks good.
Ankylosaurus is like one of my favorite dinosaurs.
Me and the kids were just arguing about that today.
What about it? What?
Just talking about Ankylosaurus versus a Stegosaurus. I'm like, dude, come on. There's no contest there.
Who you picking?
Oh, Stego. Sorry.
Stego. I thought figured with that Ankylosaurus being so armored, it would have a hard time, but
it'd be a good fight. I like the black and white aesthetic here, and with it being black and white, usually sometimes it's hard to break up the background and the figure, but he does a pretty good job with outlining it against the lighter background here.
Yeah, really nice depth of field and super good contrast.
Yeah,
excellently done.
Yeah, it's a great pick.
All right, Lights, your turn.
Give me that first one on the left.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's 12 of them.
That's fun.
We got plenty. Yeah, that's a good one.
Something that I'm noticing with this is that these figures are pre-posed.
Yeah.
Yep.
which is fantastic because it looks like they just go together in these scenarios. And I like the depth of field. I like the use of a real location, real environment. Just really good shots. Sometimes they
I
suck
love
shots are
outdoor
the best
shots.
shots.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm never that proud of my own work, but when I do outdoor stuff, I'm always like, this looks so much better than what I do indoors. It's so much better. It's so nice, like you said.
I like how he captured either the sunrise or the sunset
Yeah.
in the background, like at far away, because obviously it's far away. But like in the shot, and it's like behind the trees. But you can also see like the lighting is very well done up front as well. The posing is done good. Then the setup, it's just such a wonderful shot, dude.
Yeah, I like
It's
how he has the
good,
raptor set up on this log in the Triceratops, or it's not Triceratops.
Is that a
but
raptor? Because it's got bird wings.
Yeah, it is the
raptor?
That's a raptor.
It's a,
yeah.
It's like the raptors, like after they discovered that they had feathers and they didn't look anything like Jurassic Park raptors.
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop on dinosaur catch up.
But how this Ceratopsian is falling off the cliff here almost.
Yeah.
And it's posed up, and this one is driving it off the cliff. That's really well done.
Dude, he's fighting for his life, bro. He's like,
yeah.
Stop! Like, you're not going to eat me. I'm going to jump.
All right. So Chris, let's throw your pick.
Go down a little bit more, right there in the middle.
Ooh,
That's
that's a
Dilo?
good one.
That's fun. Yeah, that's really fun.
Ooh, I love that the blur in the background.
Yes. Yeah, like
Very
look at
cool.
that. Like there's a lot of like storytelling even just in a single
Mhm.
shot. Like that's really fun. Just again, that's crazy because being pre-posed, he still looks like he's moving,
Yeah.
yeah. This is one of those shots that you can hear, You can hear the raptor is like the or whatever sound that is that they make. They don't make my
Yeah.
sound.
This one being a Dilo would probably be lots of squeaking and chirping.
Yeah, I can just imagine like you hear the birds or something, whatever's on the trees, and it's like glancing up at it, like.
Yeah, like
Dude,
how, all the focus is right here.
Dinosaur. He has a description of the dinosaur. It's in Spanish. He's like telling you a little description of the dinosaur. It says, it lived 200 million years ago in the Jurassic area, inferior to the Cinematosaurus and the Pilonus bachiano, where it's now North America and Asia. His name means
Large crest.
large crest gator. Damn, that's dope.
That's really
And he
cool.
said that he used to be around 6 meters of longitude and weighed about 500 kilograms. Damn,
So
that's
something I don't want to run into.
No.
Basically.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope.
Again, I've always said the scariest thing to see would be a freaking sauropod. Because it would step on you and not even know it.
Vico.
Vico, I see the shot you should choose, but I ain't gonna tell you.
Go down just a little bit. That one. See that perspective on the left? That
Yes, that's the one.
I love the perspective on this one.
Yes.
This one was my second option, but it's such a great shot. I like the perspective on the Velociraptor, and even though it looks like the same shot to the previous one, to the second shot that was chosen, it has a different scenario, but the perspective just makes it look so much different. Even though it's the same like characters and stuff, just gives it a different
And the surroundings feeling and scale to it.
Can we
almost.
scroll down on the comments just a little bit to look at that GIF?
Freaking Dino Nuggets.
Oh, the nuggets. Now I'm just hungry.
Okay, so that's a
Great shot.
Pentaceratops. It's a
And
Pentaceratops.
I like how it's positioned, like the composition of it. How you look straight at the image, and the first thing you see is like right. If you look in the middle, you see that Velociraptor, but it's also like the way it's angled towards the Triceratops, or I don't think it's the Triceratops. That thing is got a
Pentaceratops.
So this is actually a great use of rule of thirds.
Yeah.
The way they've got this framed, it's leading your eyes across the image
Mm-hmm.
how
Yeah.
they want you to. Great
It's
use of rule
called
of
a
thirds.
Triceratops, bro. Jesus.
That's cool.
That's a lot
That's
of
a devil
horns.
dino.
That's a lot of fucking horns, bro.
Let's see. I liked this one.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
The
I
Oviraptor.
like the
Tree.
colors.
Yeah. I mean, for a little dinosaur, these things were absolutely rulers of their domain. They would slip in, grab the dinosaur's egg, and out, and not even like have the bigger dinosaur flinch.
The great use of the background that he has just blends in so well, makes it look realistic.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, Chris.
Oh,
Dead Man says he would like to offer Grindhouse a free half-page ad in the Toy Merch or Legion's magazine.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
So reach out to Deadman1
Okay.
or Digital Ronin. If you stay after the show, I'll give you all the information.
Okay. Yeah. No, I appreciate that. That'd be
And
awesome.
maybe we'll get Deadman to slide in, and you guys can talk about it.
Sounds good to me.
But
Thank you.
yeah, the coloring again, the focus, the angle. I love this photo. This is
If you
awesome.
look right between his arms and between his legs, he's carrying an egg.
Yep.
It's stone, but it looks like
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's a very cool figure. So
these
check out
figures are expensive as fuck,
Dinopics
bro.
_paleontologia.
Paleontologia.
Antología.
Oh yeah, there we go. Next up, we have
Ooh.
No Solo Figs.
No solo figs. This
All
was
right,
one.
so we're going to start with lights. Go.
Lights.
All right, scroll a little bit. So many good ones, damn it.
That's going to be a
All right,
hard
we'll
one.
be scrolling a bit. Go up. Go back up. Let me just. Okay, so I'm between the Superman and the Shinron.
me too.
Give me the Shinron.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
this is just sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the posing,
That's really good.
the compositing, the lighting. I mean, everything about this is just.
I could hear
top tier.
Shinron in this. I could hear it.
Yeah, this is top notch work.
Hmm.
Really
And
well.
those are the SH figures, aren't they?
I
Hmm.
believe so.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Those
That
things
definitely
are
says
nuts,
that
man.
Shinron.
The
Yeah.
Goku might be the Bandai,
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
but
I'm
regardless,
trying to look at the
it's a-
joints. I think that one's an SH too, because look at the knee joints. Bandai has that single. This one's got the
Yeah.
got that like
Yep.
that triple joint.
Okay. Well then, sick. That's an incredible shot.
Yeah, I love this. Love Dragon
No
Ball.
notes. No notes.
Excellent pick. Excellent pick.
Let's see.
Maybe we just
What
pass
did I
Chris
say?
the message. Pass Chris the
I'm
info.
sipping scotch right now, so don't worry, I got the info for you, brother.
I love it.
All right, Chris, your turn.
Let's go with those turtles up there, all four of them. I was gonna pick one, but that's pretty cool with the lighting, like having
Yes.
the ooze
Mm.
hitting them all. Like the lighting's very fun right there.
Your
I'm
eye.
a sucker for these NECA turtles.
I love green color. I love green.
Yeah,
I love green.
I have to-
I'm a,
Point out, I really like how they kept the colors of their bandanas.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
They kept them even with the green lighting, so that's a really cool touch.
Yeah.
Mikey's really pops in green.
It does.
Yeah, that's why I love green and orange, man. I love using orangish figures and green lighting. That's what I did with Slog. Use orange lighting on that Cosmic Legion Slog. It pops so much, and just like with these, it pops so well.
It reminds me of I don't know if you guys ever saw the second part of Michael Bay's
There
TMNT.
it is.
where they're thinking about like this scene just kind of like reminds me of that. Like they're thinking of grabbing it, but they're like, what if we turn back into humans? Like we're not turning back into humans, but they're just there staring at it and nobody's moving. They're thinking about it, but they're not doing it.
I enjoyed those movies.
I like how they're all, at least Raph and Leonardo's holding the Coke bottles.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah,
they all might
yeah.
be holding one, and then Donnie's just pointing at it like, what the hell?
Still having the skateboard back there just for a little bit of
Yeah, world
dressing.
building. It adds to it.
Yeah, it does. Tells that
Makes
story.
it feel alive. Yeah.
And the ladder here. The ladder in the background, too.
Somebody drop that shit.
5-second rule.
All right, Vico, your turn.
Let me get that Street Fighter.
Oh
Street
yeah.
Fighter.
Having the chain link too. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love the fact that he took the shot behind the fence because it's such a cool thing to do. And
What makes me think somebody's
you know how sometimes like you take like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots, 6 shots, 7 shots, and you know you're just trying to get the best shot you can. And I think he nailed it perfectly.
Yep, and I like the idea that maybe like someone's watching the fight.
Yeah.
Like they took a picture, and the Ryu pulling the gi off. That's really well done.
That is. I can't tell if that's a cloth good or if that's from
That-
here.
No,
I think
it's plastic. These are the Jada ones.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Jada
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I mean,
It's like real soft plastic, real
It is.
malleable soft plastic.
You can definitely take it off. You can take it off if you want to.
Yeah, no, I've got the Ryu. He's great. I just couldn't from this angle. I couldn't tell it like the way
that Ryu's got me aching for that Akuma.
looked like it was cloth, but no, great shot.
Yeah, this is
Really
beautiful.
impressive.
You mean some serious business if he's taking that shit off? Because he usually
You're making me take my shirt off.
Blanca's in trouble.
All right, gold member. Let's go.
Scroll. I'll tell you when. Just keep scrolling.
Oh, I should have got that one.
Conan.
I was gonna say there's Conan.
Conan. I'm a sucker for Conan.
Conan's great.
The statue.
Love the Mezco one.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
This is great. Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool statue.
Love it. I love this. I love this pose for this.
This.
Super dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a sucker for shadow work.
Yeah, that's nice.
Love it. The shield looks great.
Ooh. Oh, look like they put some fake blood on there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very nice.
The snow. That's fun.
All the dead laying at his feet. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I love it.
All right. Let's see. These ones.
Nice.
Sorry, I love these.
Those are good.
Once Upon in China 2. Jet Li and
Love the balance on that.
These are
Oh, that
1/6
is Jet Li,
scale.
bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, these are 1/6 scale figures.
Nice.
I'm always
Fantastic.
That's a good one.
I mean-
That's a good one.
Yes.
like 112 is as big as I go, but I've got McFarlane. I've got some 7-inch to 10-inch. I mean, hell, the Mythic Legion ogre figures. Those things are 9-10 inches tall.
They're hefty.
And I get nervous trying to shoot those because I don't have like backgrounds built that are big enough to cover all of it. So I'm always trying to edit and cover and hide what's behind my damn dio. But 1/6 scale, these 12-inch ones, man, they are impressive.
It's always impressive.
Yeah, they are impressive with their sculpting designs. Like
Can you
the
go-
Hot
can you
Toy
go to
stuff,
the-
man.
Can you go to the second shot you had right there? On that one, the last one. That one. I like the picture that he used. It makes it look like a photo, you know, like an old school photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an oil painting, kind of. Maybe. I
Yeah.
thought it was a
Old-timey
mural
photo,
type
yeah.
painting.
That looks good.
That's very good. Very cool. So go check out No solo figs.
Also, figs.
You slide in whenever, dead man. Come on.
Yeah, just you can message me. Just shoot me a message on Grindhouse Toys, and I'll get the info from those guys. So yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yes, sir.
Next
So you don't
up
have to wait around if you don't want to.
is
Ooh, I love Dennis in
Denzian
the
of
Grotesque.
the
Yes.
Grotesque.
Now,
So,
this he is in the spontaneous collab, and he does amazing work, dude. He does incredible work.
He's in the collab group with me that Roger runs, anime statue
he's in the
collector.
Warhammer Wednesday group.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a
Looks
lot.
like he
He's
just
done,
needs to join AMP.
I'm pretty sure he's done some work with my Devil's Toys, with the Devil's Toys over with us. I think he's done some work with us too, if I remember correctly.
Definitely.
I
All
wanted
right,
to
Chris,
give a shout out
we're going to
because
start with you.
All right, let's see. What do we got?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna go with some Leatherface, but that dude right there in the middle, the creepy with the red eyes. I don't know.
Yes, good. I'm so glad. I love this figure.
Yeah.
What is this
The
from?
Brainiac.
What is that?
McFarlane Brainiac. This is the Platinum Brainiac.
Man,
Love
that
this.
looks really good. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
I remember when he submitted this one.
Yeah, that's a fantastic.
Because I'm pretty sure I was a part of this collab with him. I'm pretty sure I'm in that list there, people.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
I need to photograph this
Yep,
figure more.
you are in there.
He killed it with this figure.
Yeah, the way he's got the lighting and the coloring and just the atmosphere of this is amazing.
And the best thing about this figure is it's got the Gene Stealer hips, so it has the thigh swivel.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So you can really, yes.
Okay, great shot.
I like the pose that the pose and the angle that he chose to shooting in. Not only that, but also the background, and all his shots are kind of like have this eerie, dark side to it, like this eerie, like creepy kind of style, and it works every time. Like he took Brainiac, we know he's a villain, but he made him like look super extra creepy as fuck, you know, like something from a nightmare.
Yeah.
As opposed to
That's
just
what I like
like,
about this version of the figure, because the original version is just like a Brainiac robot, but then this one's got like the flesh put over it.
yeah, as opposed to like having him just looking like a villain, like a bad guy, you know, like the mastermind. He looks like a creepy ass motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I love
very
it.
cool photo. All right. Next up, Vico.
We go, keep going down. Just keep scrolling, just keep scrolling, scrolling, just keep scrolling, just keep scrolling. That clown.
I was gonna say that's yeah, that's fun.
Excellently done. Look at the tongue coming out, bro. This is the neon clown, I think, and he did like a mashup kind of deal, and he just worked with it. Like, this is like in transformation form, like when he's gonna turn into the Violator.
Yeah,
I love this figure.
Part Violator. Yeah.
This is a great mashup, y'all.
Yeah, that's.
I like the lighting, and it's a simple background, but it works so well, dude.
Yeah.
That
Also,
definitely looks
the
like
Dutch angle.
an alleyway that you don't want to walk into.
Yeah. Also, the Dutch angle that he chose on this one too, on the shot, looks freaking phenomenal. The glow in the dark feel, the whole transformation. It's just an all-around extraordinary shot.
That's great.
Even the little straight razor with the blood effect on it.
Yeah, I think that fig came with that straight razor, if I remember correct.
Vico?
I don't know. Mine came with them.
I think because I got the first one they did. I'm pretty sure I've got it somewhere.
Okay.
Mine came with the backpack and with the guns and chainsaw.
All
Yeah,
right.
I said mine had the backpack as well.
Gold member, your turn.
Got scroll. Well, go back up. I'll show you the one I want. Middle one more up row, one more. That one.
Ooh, nice.
There we go.
Is that the Mandarin?
No, that's
No.
Ming.
That's me,
Yeah.
the merciless.
Yes. Love this shot.
Is that from the what is it? The
Flash-
World Heroes or
Flash
Platinum?
Gordon.
No, Flash Gordon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Flash. Yep.
Yeah.
This is
Scrolling.
I love
Keep that mouse scrolling rawhide.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fun.
the black and white on this, and
Yeah.
how he's got the shadow up here, the fist, just blurred
The
out
expression
enough
on
that
your
you
brain.
know he's about to, rip your soul out.
Why
That
you
expression.
I like
that's
the
great.
tinge of blue he's got, like the color grading.
Yep.
Even though it's
Yeah.
black and white, it's just got that tinge of blue to it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right,
Up top,
lights.
to the left. Take it back now, y'all. No, to the left. My left. Yeah.
My left.
Warhammer.
Yeah,
This is metal as fuck.
it is.
Scrolling.
Like, it is just incredible.
The Chaos Legions.
I mean,
More blood for the blood god.
yeah, I have no notes except that this could be an album cover.
Yep.
Oh
with some
yeah.
decipherable band name on top. You know,
Yeah, it's gonna be like a great. Actually, the Cradle of Filth logo right here.
yeah.
Oh, the leather, cracking leather couch. And you're like, oh, that's my favorite metal band.
Yeah. Every metal band.
It's insane. Love the
This,
shot.
this pretty much works in any death metal group
Yes.
you can imagine.
This is the team I'd be with if I was in the Warhammer universe.
What you got, Raves?
Ooh.
Yes, my Space
Clean.
Wolves.
That's cool.
Nah.
I have yet to get this figure, but this one is definitely on my list. My whole thing started with Raven Guard, and then I found Space Wolves. So I had no clue about anything Warhammer until I joined the Warhammer Wednesday group, and then JP just filled my brain with all kinds of knowledge. And,
He sent me like a huge thing telling me about the Necrons a long time ago because I was asking him about them. He's like, "There you go."
Yeah, but I fell in love with the Space Wolves. Their iconic, their whole Viking, history and stuff. It was, they're definitely, Raven Guard, Space Wolves, Blood Angels. Those are my top three, man. But
I like the focus on the figure, but you can still see like the point, like how the gun is pointing straight at the camera, and how like it lost a little bit of focus, but you can still see the details in the gun.
Yeah.
And it goes straight to the figure, and the whole pose with the weapon on the back is such a classic pose for like dual wielders, like whenever like they're wielding a gun and a weapon, a melee weapon. It looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, this axe is huge compared to the figure. Absolutely huge.
Freaking love it.
Yeah, and the lighting and getting that just enough light flare on the tip of that axe there. Yeah,
That
just
sheen
kind
on
of
there.
sets it off.
Perfect amount of sheen on it. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Gives it that sharp
Amazing
feel.
work. So that was Denzian of the Grotesque. Be sure to go check him out. Next is ESB_toys. So let's see. Vico, we start with you, sir.
Okie doke. Keep going. Let me see that no more on the beach.
Getting sexy.
That's fantastic.
Little sexy time. Here we go.
Let's go. I just like how you go for it.
I was just gonna say this is totally Namor's dating profile picture.
Yeah.
This is a
freaking Tinder pic.
Tinder right here.
Back to the beach. Oh, holy shit! Wow. Damn, bro.
That's great.
That is a fucking dope ass shot. Holy smokes. But let's go back to the first one.
But it's
Wow,
Mr. Big.
dude. I like how it's just like centered, but you can see like I don't know if it's digital or if it's like real because he did a fantastic job of merging everything together. And it's like a simple shot, but it has so much. It does so much for me, bro. It's fucking, it's funny, it's hilarious, but it's also like dope. You know what I'm saying?
This is going to be Vico's next IG profile pic right here. Him on the beach, posed up like Neymar.
You know what's
It's
funny
going,
though?
and the caption's going to be like, "I can talk to fish and things that smell like fish."
You know what's funny though? I'm not a beach guy, dude. I don't like the beach.
What?
Yeah, I don't. I like rivers. I like lakes kind of, but I like more rivers, like the jungle. Because when I was a kid, we lived like in a town in Mexico, and it's jungle area, and we would go to this river, and they had like these fucking giant rocks and shit, and we were standing off the trees and jump off the trees into the water. It's fucking
Oh,
amazing.
hell yeah. All right. Next, gold member. Let's go.
Start scrolling. I've got one in mind, but I just want to make sure before I pick the one I've got in mind.
Okay.
Go back up and give me my girl Psylocke.
I
Love
think that's
stuff.
is that a toy?
Is it?
Bringing figs to life.
Hmm?
All right.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, he got the
Okay.
Oh,
AI.
it's the AI
attached, yeah.
thing.
I mean, it works for yeah, I picked the right one.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
what
this is.
the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Gee, I wonder if I play as her in Marvel Rivals.
I don't know how I feel about this.
yeah, I don't know either.
So here's the figure. Here's it. And then
Clean
there's
shot.
the AI
It's-
added to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's why whenever I thought he chose it, it was like I was like, "That's a cosplayer, bro." But no,
It works either.
it's a toy trying to seduce us.
That's a really good
Trying.
Psylocke, though. That is a really good
Trying.
Psylocke figure.
Oh God.
I love Psylocke.
All right, I guess you get a second pick.
Okay. Lights, your turn.
Give me the
Okay.
Jason in the center.
Jason
this
just
is
turns
Least
around like
sexy
pulls
of the least sexy of all the pictures. Everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
we
the
gotta
most
cleanse
sexy.
our-
What are you talking about? Look
We
at
got to
him.
cleanse ourselves of the sin that we just witnessed.
Thank you.
Wow.
This is probably my favorite NECA figure
Okay.
ever. I just like the sculpt work, and I wish other toy companies would take a stab at this,
Ooh.
like a
Holy-
Mezco or something. But that shot in particular, the one that like that one, that just
yes.
it blends with the background so well. The lighting, it just looks good. Looks
That
great.
one's like a box art shot, dude. Like
Mhm.
100.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like on the back of the box, absolutely.
They're on the flap you open for the NECA where they have the
Yeah.
picture inside.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Jason that they've done. It's the only one I've got, but when I look through all of them, this is the one I want. I've had so
Yeah.
much fun with this figure. And
It's
so
so
it's Friday. We got a Friday the 13th coming up, so
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we do.
Haven't decided if I'm using him or if I'm using my Part 3 Mezco for that shot.
I mean, I'm at the point where all I do is have Jason hang out with little Stoffo from Fate, so that's probably what's going to happen.
Well, I've got enough NECA Jasons that I could probably do the whole little Spider-Man pose with them all pointing at each other with weapons. So I think that's definitely going to be on my list to do.
Yeah, great
But
shot.
yeah, really
Chris,
good work with all of
What
them.
are you talking the shots, Chris?
I love it. That's one of my favorite NECA Jasons as well, and it's just that design alone is so good.
Yep.
And he has the weed eater thing too, so which is hilarious. And is he? He's got
This one came with the most accessories.
Yes.
Yeah.
7 came with the most fun accessories to use.
That didn't he come with the axe? Did he come with the axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the axe I gave to that leather peel I showed you earlier. That's where I got the axe from this
nice.
guy. Yeah.
I mean, this was peak Jason design.
Yes.
It really is.
I think every design for him afterwards has been kind of a regression. In
The other
some
one
way.
I'd say is pretty.
5. I like
I like
5.
the. Yeah, I was gonna say I like the one from Jason X where before he's the robot. Like that look was pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good look.
Yeah.
It's a shame we ain't got that one yet.
Tomorrow
Now, I don't know
we'll be
if
talking
this,
about the redesign.
I don't know if this background is digital or like computer or something, but it blends so well. You look
It's
so
clean.
realistic with the fog on the background, dude.
Yes.
The
Very
very first
clean.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very well done.
That one you
It
can tell
almost,
it's Photoshop. But the very first one you can't really tell that much.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That's really good.
All right, Chris, your turn.
All right. Scroll. Let's scroll. He took, I couldn't pick Jason. So.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I took
Oh, no. I got to see him, so I was happy. Let's do Batman and Santa because that's fantastic. And it's the Naughty or Nice Santa with
Naughty
Keaton
or Nice
Batman,
Santa.
which is fantastic.
Hilarious. It is hilarious, bro.
He's got the cookies and milk, and
He's like,
that's pretty fun.
Santa's like, you got
This
any
is
nuts?
so
in this
Hallmark
cookie?
right here. This is very
Well done.
Hallmark. I like this.
Yeah, that's fun. I just thought of something too. Like, I'm going to talk to Bill about this. That how has he not made like a cola bottle at least? It doesn't have to be Coca-Cola because he can't.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
Santa needs a soda, freaking Coca-Cola bottle.
I need my beverage. Whoa, whoa.
I want to see. I want to see him do a twisted polar bear, like Coke polar bear, to put
Yeah.
with the Santa.
Yeah.
But he's
But
on
with like the
he's-
drunken
yeah.
Santa.
Yes.
You know what he asked for. You know what Batman asked for his
His
for his
parents.
I was about to say, yeah.
Then it's like, have these cookies instead. That's all
Like,
I
you know
can do
what?
for you, buddy.
Yeah, I can't do that here. Have some cookies and milk, man.
I
I'll
ate
share.
some.
Ask Ray Shagul about that.
Invest for my parents.
He's like,
Ask Ray Shagul about that.
Oh,
he's like, you
man.
can't get
Think
your
he's got
parents.
pit or something.
I know you stopped crime and everything, but you also beat them up and almost killed them, so that's even worse than killing them. So no, you can't get nothing for Christmas.
Yeah, we'll go with this one. I like this one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's the select
Marvel
hole too, the
select
old school
hole, yeah.
diamond. Yep.
So like, yeah, that's fun.
I love that Hulk. I regret passing on it back in the day because every time I see it, I'm like, that's a cool looking
And that's
Hulk.
another one. You try to find him in the aftermarket, you better be rich.
Yep. That's why I regret missing out on him.
Same thing with that Immortal.
happens.
Immortal I got day one because I was like, that's going to sell out. That's going to be hard to get. That's why I was
It's
glad
like
I got him.
$150 now on the aftermarket.
I love that Hulk.
I like the effects they put in the
Yeah.
background. Just like
I know it's not from the
feeding
show,
off
but
of
I can hear the show playing in my head, the theme.
them. Yeah, it's a very cool photo.
Yeah.
All right, so that was ESB_toys. Go check them out.
ESB.
Next up, we have _domesticated_caveman.
Oh, nice.
So let's see, who started off last time? Vico? A gold member, we're back at you.
All right, roll it. Let's see what we got.
Ooh.
Oh, damn it.
Ooh.
Yo, he's got some really great shots, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of
I
them
mean-
except that maximum Hulk right there.
I got mine.
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the
Ah,
Tiger?
Yeah, I was like, I'm all
I
fantastic.
still need this Jada Tony because I've got a box of Frosted Flakes here that came with in the little mini brands.
That's a good shot. That's cute.
Yeah,
That is such a good shot. It's such a cute
it's
shot,
awesome.
too, bro.
That's a shot that could heal the world.
But Dad, it's got a shitload of sugar on it.
Shut up! Have a big ass spool of my Frosted Flakes.
But-
They're great.
I know, but they're great.
They're the shit.
No, this is so well done. This is awesome.
Yeah,
You know that small Tony the Tiger is one of those metal figures, like the little tiny metal figures.
Is he?
Battery
Yeah.
looks like one of the old school ones you used to get in cereal boxes, but I do think it is one of the metal ones, like you said. It looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like one of those Jedi made
on it.
metal figs.
Yeah.
This figure makes me so excited for the Fred and Barney they're doing.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I cannot wait to have Fred getting bashed over the head. He's just like, I just want some of your cereal, Fred.
Yeah, that Barney. I need that Barney. Absolutely.
I'm so hyped for those.
Okay.
So lights, we're going to go with this one.
No, the hell no, we're not. Get that away from me. Good shot, but terrible fig. Okay, scroll down. Give me that Batman.
This one.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of that animated intro feel to it.
Yeah.
Love that
It's
cape.
just, I just like the way this looks.
The rain, all of it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Behind the scenes.
I like it.
Amazing things you can do with the digital screen.
I know.
Yep. I've been getting into that a little bit with a couple shots.
I've got to get a better TV.
Yeah,
I've got
because
an old one behind my stuff, and it looks so pixelated when you take shots of it as like a.
the trick is you use it for fire and then blur it a little bit. That's about what I can use it for.
It's a good shot.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really well
it's a
done.
very super dope shot, dude. The pose.
The lightning in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very cool.
excellent.
Very cool shot.
Good job, domesticated caveman. Good job.
All right, back to the top. And Chris.
All right. Let's see. Keep going. Let's scroll.
He's gonna choose a Hulk out of spite.
Yeah, I should. No, but it's still it's maximum Hulk. Let's go with Tigra. Why not? What does she got going on there?
Ooh,
Oh, that's
nice.
cool. It's like a cave.
Yeah,
that's
the
fun.
smoke coming
Fire
out
and
of it.
ice makes sense.
Yep.
That's a great figure too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to their Conan.
Yeah.
Which should be dropping soon, from what I've
A
read.
buddy of mine should have it by the end of the month or sometime, I think.
That's fantastic.
That one's definitely on pre-order. And even with the Panther, I mean, the Panther had no articulation with it whatsoever, but just the way he has it posed up, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's still a great piece.
Yeah.
That's the Frazetta figures have been fantastic so far.
Mhm.
Yeah,
This
just,
looks
I like
just
the
the
whole
lighting.
use
Look
of,
at the light on it.
I liked everything that he did on the shot. He has great use of background characters on the back, and then the Dio setup. The way she's walking towards the fire, you know, it's like a little, like I don't know, it's like something that's holding the fire in. The fog that's coming out of the fire to give it more fire effect, and then the whole use of the background on the whole shot just looks. Everything just works together. It looks like a night shot, but it's also well lit up towards the character where the focus should be at. It's just focused well on that. The lighting of the fire that comes into the figure, and then the back, the lighting on the back. So I don't know how to explain it. Just like it looks like it's at night, but it's well lit to where it looks like it's at night, but with the fire. Does it make sense? It makes no sense.
yeah. Yeah, I just did a Norseman shot kind of like this. And yeah, it's you know, really well. I like the angle on it too, where she's like lost in thought. It's almost like a scene from the movie if the Panther hadn't got killed in the very beginning, unfortunately. But I was very disappointed in that movie because of that. It's like, wow, you have an awesome on. Shit, dead. Damn it. Like, what a waste. But yeah, the way, the setup, the effects, everything just works perfectly with this. Very awesome shot.
Very
All
good.
right. Pico.
All right, keep going down. I want to see what else he has. Keep going, keep going.
There's so many good ones to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yes.
I love the ones with the food and the beer. It's great.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Why is a Black Adam's crotch glowing?
Well,
Don't you want to smell what the Rock's cooking?
oh my God, you're
Oh,
fired.
let's do that Cyberpunk.
Which one?
That one, Cyberpunk 2077.
There you go.
Edge Runners. Holy shit. Look at that beautiful pose, dude.
Jada did such a good job with these figs, and this picture shows it. It is great.
All right. So this shot right here looks fucking amazing. I like what he's like. I like the whole shot where he's shooting at someone else, but his attention is up towards someone else. The lighting on the ground is like a
kind of like a pinkish kind of light, like glowing up towards the figure. But then there's like some more lighting on the background that makes it look kind of like bluish, and it blends in with the background as well. The whole
Got that
blurry,
whole digital background, yeah.
yeah, the whole like the blur on the background, but like kind of like the focus. It kind of like reminds me of, I don't know if you guys seen Edge Runners, where he can like speed up as well, and you can kind of like see it kind of like he took the shot like right where he's like going into that motion, where he's moving in like faster than everybody else.
Okay.
And the pose
Speed
is really well
Force.
done. It looks like he's moving. Like it has a very good walking pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole blur just makes it fall into the character.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's
That's
an
really
amazing
cool.
shot, dude. This is a great shot, dude. I love everything on it.
All right, where's that Hulk figure at?
Damn you.
No, this one's mine. This one is
Oh,
epic.
that's
so
fantastic.
Nah.
This is an epic shot.
Yes.
The tendrils coming up out of the ground, dragging the stormtroopers under the sand. That is phenomenal.
And it says you said it was just a baby Sarlacc. That's pretty great. Oh, that's so
Up
good.
close, yeah.
He's got the fireworks going in the background.
Yeah.
Explosions.
The sand
and stuff.
effects. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Love the
It's
behind the scenes.
crazy.
Shut up.
Yeah, that is
Seeing the whole
awesome.
behind the scenes, seeing what they're working with to what the finished product is.
Yeah. That's cool.
That is so cool.
Greatly done. That's a lot of work, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was worth it. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and all the focus is on this poor bastard right here.
Mm-hmm. Of course,
Oh, there you
the
go.
stormtrooper is not hitting anything.
Nope,
As
he's,
he's
looks like he's shooting
firing.
his buddy.
Yeah.
He's shooting his friend. I was like, shit, I'll just put you out of your misery, buddy. Here you go. Oh, I can't even do that. Damn it.
I mean, I'm surprised stormtroopers can even recreate because it looks like they just fire blanks.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they missed.
Oh.
They just missed.
Shots fired and missed.
Well, actually, they can't co-create. They were cloned.
All
No,
right,
that's
I'll
the
take
clone
a look at
troopers.
this too.
Yeah, the stormtroopers were drafted.
I like this shot a lot too.
It was
Yeah, I
a
did.
joke.
That's fun.
The-
I had to be that.
the
What
ketchup,
technically?
the ketchup squirt out of the damn little mini
Yeah,
slider burger. Yes.
making me hungry.
Well, here's a ketchup joke. There's
Oh,
there's
man.
Papa Tomato and Baby Tomato's falling behind. So Papa Tomato comes back, steps on him, and says, "Ketchup."
So it's hitting
Pulp
us with
Fiction,
the Pulp
right?
Fiction, the Pulp Fiction jokes.
My favorite movie of all time.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Yes.
Go check out the _domesticated _caveman.
Dude, let's look at that Hulk. Let's look at that Hulk shot real quick.
Oh, do we
It's
have
pinned.
to?
You really
It's
want to
pinned
do
up.
that? You really want
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Here we go.
I mean, it's
Okay.
a good shot. It's a good
Exactly.
shot.
And we want to focus on people's shots, not their collection. And this is such a perfect shot, dude. It's like right on the sunset. Did you guys ever watch that animated film, X-Men? Hulk versus?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like in the woods of Canada, and he's got the forest on the background. He's got the light up, and Wolverine's just fighting for his life, even though he can't die. But the Hulk's just fucking giving it to him. You know what I'm saying? He's just like,
I love that movie.
and then when he says, "Hulk strong as there is," and he's just like full of rage. Like the whole posing, the way the face that he chose for the pose, for the angle, and like the whole force, like he can feel the force coming out of his fist, and then the open hand on Wolverine's fucking head, bro. What an
That's still my
outstanding
favorite
shot.
head out of that pack. That is still my favorite head out of those three that came with it.
That's what she said.
All right.
All three of
Next
them.
up,
He was a Hydra.
we
How's it going,
have
Figure Fight Club?
Paco Attack v. Boart. I screw up names, so sorry if you're watching. I screw up your name. My bad. Vigo,
Yes.
let's pick.
Ooh. Keep going. Let's do that car one. That one on the bottom left. Yes. Something about that angle, dude. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, that is a dope ass shot, bro.
The blur and the angle of it makes it look, that's an actual car.
Yeah.
That's really well done.
What is the scale on that card, dude? That's crazy.
It's got to be small, like how it looks. I would
Yeah,
think.
like a Hot Wheels.
It's a very well done shot. I really like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Excellent work on that shot, bro.
Let's see. All right. Gold member.
Go up to the top. All right, scroll. Keep going. I'll tell you when.
Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Scrolling.
Gundam.
Give me the gut. I already see what I want. The Minecraft skeleton.
Yeah.
Because the square moon, that is real. That is brilliant.
And it's Legos.
It is.
Yes,
Look at
that is brilliant.
Holy crap.
The wolf.
Because I was looking, I was like, maybe that. Oh, and then I seen the moon. I'm like, yes, that one. Oh my, that is awesome.
La 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 lava.
Oh no, what have I done?
Steve,
The people that do
Dude, I
these
love
Lego
the
shows,
fog.
man, they make them look, absolutely amazing every time. I'm still working on trying to do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
freaking
these
Lego
Legos are a little
shots.
bit more posable from what I've seen. Like these Minecraft ones have a little more articulation, but they're just the moon. The moon is the square moon.
Yeah.
Is perfect.
Yeah, that's
That,
fantastic.
okay, that ties it together. The fog, it's
The
all
fire
alive.
effect here.
Yes, all of it. But that perfectly ties it together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Skeleton, spooky ghost, spooky ghost.
All right, lights.
Scroll down. Right there, that center Spider-Man.
Center.
How did I know?
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
I have no notes. It's the posing's great. The choice of accessories is great.
Mm.
I like how he
And-
has a box in the background.
Yeah. Makes like a comic cover almost. Yeah.
I just like this. I like the lighting the most. It's very cinematic.
Yep.
This is the
And I like
Mezco
that-
one, right?
It's the Mezco one.
Mm. And I like that it's not like centered, like it's like he's in motion,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
but he still takes up most of the frame with the arm being across.
exactly. Rule of thirds. Rule of thirds.
Mhm.
So important.
It kind of looks like he's hiding from something, or from someone that they're gonna catch him that he has half of his face covered.
He's
Oh,
got
Yeah,
a
no.
picture.
What he's doing is he's making sure that there's no one around, so he can take pictures of himself and make money off of it.
There it is.
We call
That's
that
what he
OnlyFans.
That's exactly what it does.
He
What
was
Miko's-
just
So what
Only
Miko's gonna
speakers.
do with the green thong underwear on the beach later.
Oh yeah, I need to find me some green underwear.
Gold member. Wait,
Well, I thought I
no,
picked
no,
one.
wait,
Yeah, I
Chris.
picked. Yeah.
Chris.
What about Chris?
go down, go back down, back down. That Luke that was next to Spider-Man. Keep going.
Yes.
Nope, one more.
Oh,
No,
wait,
the other.
wait,
that one's
whoops,
fun,
sorry.
but that one with the
There we go.
that awesome.
Whoa.
He's freaking out.
Typical Skywalker.
I love it. Like the fun part about this, the storytelling here. You got Luke freaking out like he's about to get shot or something, but yet you got two guys just completely looking out of cover. So he's really just freaking out for nothing. It looks like, or they're about to get shot in the head. I don't know. Hey, what's
Big Fight
up?
Club says, "What's up?"
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming out here.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Figure Fight Club. Yeah,
Dude, this shot is so well done.
That's incredible.
The lighting's on point because I don't know if you guys ever been outside or noticed how fucking bright the sun is reflecting from the sun. So you got the sun from above, and then the light from the sun reflecting from the snow back towards you. And if you ever take a shot outside, it always looks kind of like that. And he did an extraordinary job on that.
Really good.
No, it's incredible.
I always love seeing these Legos come to life because you can tell so many stories with them.
Oh, yeah.
The face expression is hilarious. Bro.
Yeah.
That's what I love the
Lego
most.
Lego has some of the best damn facial expressions,
They do.
much like this one.
Nice.
Hey.
Boba Fett digging his ass out of the sand.
Yeah.
It's coarse, rough, and gets everywhere.
Yeah. Fuck
True
us, Star Wars.
story.
Watch me
Happened to me
find
at the
out.
beach
Oh
one time.
God, here we go.
True story happened to me in my sandbox outside.
No, dude.
What happened?
Pounds of sand.
Now I'm wondering
Everywhere.
if this is that moon sand, the way it's sticking to them.
It
It
looks
looks
like
a
it
little
is.
bit.
That's really good use of it. Then that's brilliant.
Yeah. I love playing with that stuff. That stuff's so great.
It is.
But yeah, really, really awesome shot. I love it.
Stripping
All right.
the toys. I've never been outside. I'm an albino.
Hey, so am I. And I go out there.
All right.
I get eaten by
and
mosquitoes, but
the last feature for tonight. Across the toy multiverse.
Let's fucking
Yeah.
go.
Love that
Oh yeah, that's the homie, bro.
All right. Vika, I think it's your turn, right? Yeah.
Okay, bet. Keep going down. Keep going down. I'm gonna go down till you see one of the Walking Dead spawns that he did recently, and it was fucking phenomenal. That one, yeah, that's the one. That's the one in the pond.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Dude,
great.
That's good.
that is great. Yeah.
He does these shots outside wherever he goes. Like he's like a traveler. He loves to travel, and everywhere he travels, he takes his figures and he takes advantage of the moment or whatever he sees, and he just goes for it. You know, like he gets inspired by the scenery, and then he just takes his figures and he just starts shooting, bro. He loves shooting his toys outside. He's
Yeah,
a big.
he does a lot of 118.
He does a
Like
lot of
all,
118.
yeah.
And you know, he has a passion for taking shots outside, and every shot that he takes is fucking amazing and phenomenal.
Mm.
I like this
Yep.
shot right here because, like, you know, imagine in a situation you're already in the apocalypse and you're just like wandering around trying to feed yourself, and then you find yourself in a fucking what's it called? What is this thing called? Like a swamp.
The swamp.
A
Yeah.
swamp, marsh type swamp area. Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you can't move, and then when you're most stuck, you start getting attacked by zombies, bro. Look at that's
I love
just
it.
fucking bad luck.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, this is great.
Just the framing too around him.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right. Gold member.
Scroll. Actually, no. That go up to the top. That Bane one he did.
Damn
That
you.
is, that is. Hey, you should be happy I picked this one. That means you get to pick another one, and you still get to talk about the one you like. See, that's the mindset I have. If you pick what I want, then I don't have to pick it, and I can do something else.
You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I love this. Did he do this one today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yes.
Remember when this is brilliant. That Bane looks so good.
It's a fantastic shot.
Yeah, it is. The
Yeah, that's
lightning.
really
Oh,
cool.
yeah. I was enjoying seeing what he does with these figures because he completely owns, you know, this niche of like these specific type of DC figures. Like he does such a good job with them.
So,
Yeah.
question: how does he do this? Like, is this a digital background? Does he have like a tiny little diorama for these?
I think
Like,
he floats through both.
Yeah, he likes to do everything. Most of the time he takes his shots, and then just depending on what he has in his mind, like this one is a digital background, but like the way he poses them, and then he works around, like he gets like, well, from my understanding, like he has already like the background, and then he just works around it to make it work together.
Yeah.
well, that's incredible because the fact I couldn't tell is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great shot.
So
And he
Mike,
also got
your turn.
Like
Whose turn? My turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Lights.
Ooh, actually, give me that Batman Beyond.
Oh yeah,
That's just pretty sick. I like the use of the background he's got, and I like the posing because he's using the like the old figures that only have the 5 POA, and he makes them work.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like he really makes these look good.
He does.
Excellent.
Yeah, he I think he's collected most of these figures, and yeah, he does an amazing job with like every one of them. All
He
right,
traded
Chris.
his beloved Transformers
Let's
to buy
see.
more DC action figures, bro.
Let's go back down. Let's go with Aquaman coming out of the ocean, which is pretty fantastic. Again, one of those figures that
Yep.
not a ton of articulation, but
Yep.
you can feel him walking out of there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It's so
it's
sick.
the ridiculous '90s,
Oh,
Aquaman, which I
yeah, I
love,
love
with
it.
the harpoon hand.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a great
This is
shot.
the one they made a video game with this one too, right? If I remember correct.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
we did,
so.
yeah.
I thought so. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
And again, this is an outside shot. No digital rendering.
Yep.
He
Yeah.
found the
With that
perfect spot
reflection.
at the beach, and there you go.
Great. Yeah. That's
This is my favorite. This is my favorite interpretation of Aquaman with the
same.
harpoon, especially from the Justice League line.
Yeah.
Whenever someone says
Weird.
Aquaman, this is what I think of.
Yep.
Mhm.
Same.
It's the best Aquaman.
It is.
That's pretty cool. That is very awesome work. This is in the North Sea.
And you know how he has how in later in the comics and in the storyline, he just magically appears with another hand. That's because that's exactly what happened. His hand, he got a hand by magic. He magically got a hand.
Comics, you can do all kinds of fun stuff.
You can. This is his favorite line out of all his toys.
Yeah.
This is his favorite line. These
Yeah.
mice that he
Yeah.
has.
I love to see what he does with these mice. I got a buddy who loves these. I always send them to him.
And this is an actual shot in that place because he went. I think he traveled to England or something, and he just takes the photos with him, dude. That's fucking insane, bro.
That's
Yeah, I mean, it's
fantastic.
an awesome shot.
Yeah, he found the right cobblestone road, the background. Yeah, that's awesome. Again, everything that he has done with these little tiny figures, especially the ones like these with no articulation whatsoever, he just works his magic with them and makes it look so good. But
It's good.
all right, that was across _the _toy _multiverse. So if you have not checked out his work, go check him out. But that is it for the features tonight, gentlemen. And we have reached here we go. We have reached like the end of the show. We are over 2 hours. So we're going to start it off. Chris, let us know where we can find you, what you got coming up, and all your info.
You can find me over at I'm mostly on Instagram. I do post on Facebook as well, but at Grindhouse, I can't talk at Grindhouse Toys on Instagram, and then just Grindhouse Toys on Facebook. Kickstarter is coming up Friday the 13th in like 10 days. We will have World War Hell available to back, and I hope you guys jump on it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
definitely. Biko, what you got?
You know me. Every Thursday is the spontaneous collab. You can join too. Send me a message if you want to join us. This week is going to be freestyle, and what we do is we try to post share your pictures by Wednesday night. That way we can so Rick Shiro can have time to make the collage, and everybody that participated in the collab gets a shout out too from their shot as well. It's every Thursday also, and what else? Come check us out every Monday too.
There we go. Lights, what you got?
Well, you can follow me. You did a little bit. I'm used to being one of the last ones. You can follow me at amp _toys for the collabs. This one's silhouette challenge. Get your shots in by Tuesday or Wednesday. And also you can watch me with my buddy DJ and Vico and whoever else decides to join on Nostalgia Bait.
Nostalgia Bait.
Hey, sometimes I'm there.
Yeah, sometimes Gold's there. And then
I'm always in the audience.
You are. You're always there. And then just follow me on lights.camera.actionfigures.
Awesome. Gold, what you got?
Same as usual, but there is 2 new things I want to say. First off, I wrote it down here. Neptune 3134. We featured him a couple weeks back or last week. He hooked me up with this awesome extra. I needed an extra Shaman Predator. He hooked me up with this, and he's got a Skeleton Legion builder on the way for me. Second thing that would be different, as most of you here know, I run the Devil's Toys with a Z. And since that's a horror themed page, and since Grindhouse, you're doing World War Hell, I know I'm forgetting how to talk. Feel free to collab with us at any point to help promote the Kickstarter. Again, this is our wheelhouse. You know, you got a demon Mickey Mouse here. That's the wheelhouse we run. We'd be more than happy to support it, get more people out there, traffic both ways. Everyone wins. Other than that, okay.
Good to go?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
But I was saying, other than that, as usual, follow Goldmember 150, the Devil's Toys. You know, we have weekly collab, or we have weekly themes. We always take horror shots, and right now, I believe until June 5th, we're running Mythic _ Devils, any type of medieval themed, you know, He-Man, Mythic Legions, anything. You know, those kind of photos. So, yep. Other than that, like I said, that's everything for us.
All right. Everybody, you know me. Every Monday, you know where to find me. Tomorrow night, another episode of Devil's Ravens is coming at you. We will be supporting a new logo because we have some news to announce tomorrow night, gentlemen, don't we?
We do. Some very exciting news.
Very exciting news. Other than that, go check out my link tree. I'll be adding Grindhouse Toys to the link tree as well and the Kickstarter page.
Thank you.
So anybody just go ahead and check it out. It's like a damn TV channel for the toy community. You've got shows, you've got pages, you've got shops, you've got whatever you can find. Hell, I even threw a couple things in there for t-shirts, and of course Legions magazine is in there as well. Signal magazine is going to be in there here soon. And yeah, remember, check out everybody else's show. Man, it's been a long day.
We've all forgot how to talk.
Sundays, Worthy Addiction on Thursdays, A Weekly Habit Wednesdays, Toy Mercs Live on Wednesdays, Geek Out Click on Tuesdays, of course, Ernest Cross Sand on Mondays, the Pick Bar and Lazy Boys, I believe, will be back shortly. You can find them on Tuesdays and Sundays. And a week,
Weekly Habit.
The Weekly Habit, yep. And well, I already said that. No, the KJ's one, highly posable on Fridays, and that's about all we got. So until next week, or until tomorrow, and then next week, we will see you then. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Remember, hit that like, subscribe, and then notification bell. Have a good one.